Hello, my name is Deanna Hope, and welcome back to Spooky Spotlight, the show where I shine a light on horror films that you may or may not have heard of. Today, we will be discussing The Cave, a 2005 adventure horror film directed by Bruce Hunt. Set in the Carpathian Mountains of Romania, we actually follow a group of archaeologists, as well as a group of cave divers, to explore a set of caves that was newly uncovered and have never been explored before. After only being in the cave a couple of hours, they actually come into contact with ancient creatures who live within the caves. These creatures start to stalk them and start taking them out one by one. The film begins 30 years in the past during the Cold War. Explorers break into a restricted area in search of an ancient church. Once discovered, they realize that the church was built above a system of caves. They actually notice carvings of strange beasts on the walls of the church. Shortly after entering, there's an avalanche covering the men and the church, trapping them inside with no way out. 3 decades later, the cave system was discovered yet again by Dr. Nikolai, played by Marcel Uris, and Dr. Jennings, played by Lena Headey. Wanting to learn more, they hire a group of cave divers, led by brothers Tyler, played by Eddie Cibrian, and Jack, played by Cole Hauser. The dive team consisted of 3 divers: Briggs, played by Rick Ravanello, and Tyler and Jack. Charlie, played by Piper Perabo, was their rock climber. And Strode, played by Kieran Darcy Smith, was their engineer. Top, played by Morris Chestnut, was their survival expert. Something that is so incredible about this film is they built a life-size cave inside a warehouse. And for those of you who know me, know I am a sucker for practical effects. Now, most of this film was filmed in water, so to ensure the safety of the cast and crew, they stuck to a fake cave. Once they all descend into the cave, which their first stop is at about 300 feet, Dr. Nikolai explains the local legend, that the church was built in order to protect the world from the demons lying within the cave. After that, Briggs heads out alone in order to map out more of the cave and scope it out. Tyler and Jack actually end up butting heads on this decision due to Tyler being a more experienced and better diver. However, Jack just felt the need to send Briggs instead. Now, soon after, Briggs contacts them again, letting him know he made it to the next cave that is 2 miles in. He starts hearing strange noises and then unfortunately loses contact with them. However, the team thinks the loss of contact is just due to technical difficulties, so they all actually suit up and head deeper into the cave following Briggs. Now, I mentioned before that this film was filmed mainly underwater. I feel like the long shots of them scuba diving beneath the cave really just adds to the creepy, uncomfortable, claustrophobic atmosphere, and honestly, just how beautiful it looked really shows the detail the crew put into building this cave. They end up finding Briggs safe. However, Strode gets attacked shortly after, causing his air tank to explode, which results in a cave-in covering their way that they came in, which was gonna be their way out. So now they are trapped inside. Stuck 3 miles deep beneath the earth and not being expected back on the surface for 12 days, their only option is to try to find another way out. While the cave divers are trying to find a way out, Dr. Jennings takes some samples from the creature they caught, and she realizes that there's a parasite within them. Unlike other parasites, she realizes that this one actually originated from within the cave. What is discovered due to Jennings' DNA testing is that these creatures are actually the explorers from the beginning of the film, aka from 3 decades ago, and that these parasites had taken them over. Jack is attacked by one of the creatures. He manages to escape even though he is badly wounded. He has deep cuts on his shoulder, and he explains that he was attacked by a creature that was huge and had wings. Now, secretly, but also not so secretly, Jack started changing into one of these creatures due to his wounds he had received when being attacked. While trying to find their way to the surface, they are continuously stalked by these creatures and start being picked off one by one, starting with Dr. Nikolai and then Charlie.
I just want to take a minute here to highlight Charlie's death because she put up such a good fight, honestly. So, right when she realizes she is in danger, she ends up calling down for help. Jack tries climbing up in order to help her, however, is crippled by the parasite within him. So, Charlie then realizes she is on her own, so she makes a mad dash to jump to another rock face in order to escape. And on her way, she uses a propane tank given to her by the team. Before she dies, she manages to kill one of the creatures while using it, but unfortunately ends up falling to her death.
The group's concerns when it came to Jack and his motives kept growing the more he changed, and due to that, the crew ended up splitting up. Tyler and Top trusted Jack to lead them the way out, where Alex Kim, or Kamop, also played by Daniel Day Kim, and Briggs decided to go with Jennings and trust her. Jack, using his enhanced senses, ends up finding the way out for Top and Tyler. Tyler decides to go back to get the rest of the crew, while Jack and Top are left to fight the creatures.
Due to the parasites originating in the caves, the team figures out that they are being hunted using sonar. The team ends up also discovering that by triggering their underwater sonar scanners, it confuses the creatures and buys them some time to make an escape. It does not last long, though, because they keep coming back.
Now, unfortunately, Alex and Briggs don't make it. Tyler, Top, and Jennings are the one to escape, while Jack sacrifices himself and distracts the creatures.
Come on, mother.
Once they are all out of the cave and back to civilization, in a twist ending, it's actually revealed that Jennings is infected by the parasite. The instant Tyler is made aware that Jennings is infected by the parasite, he tries to stop her. However, she escapes, suggesting that the parasite is about to let loose in the real world. Cut to black and roll credits. So I really enjoyed this film. I find it to be a solid monster film. And on top of that, it's a monster I've really never seen before. It's unlike a lot of other monsters. As well as the fact that they actually built a 2-scale, like life-size cave for the cast and crew to film in, just makes it so fun and incredible to me. Alright, that is it for today's episode of Spooky Spotlight. The next episode will air on October 6th. I will see you then. Excited for spooky season. Please like and subscribe, leave a comment, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you.